everyone, it's me Brooke. Welcome back to my channel. It feels very weird saying that. I have not said that in a really long time because as you may have noticed, I've been into music a lot more than I was last year. So all I'm posting are like songs and like stuff about music and my new guitar that I got, like when it was considered new. I mean, it still is, you know, but you get what I mean. I just showed you that when it was like brand new. Which wasn't that long ago, but I feel like that was one of my more recent videos, I guess you can say, that I was actually talking and not singing or wasn't about music or something like that. Today's video is also about music, but in a different form. This is part 3 of my vinyl collection. I also just realized that it's pretty much a year ago, or almost a year ago. I know it's June of last year. I think it may be the 12th of June from last year that I posted the part 2 to this video, this type of video, you know what I mean? So it's about to be, why did I say it like that, about to be? It's about to be a year since I made that video, which is really insane. Very weird. I feel like last year and this year has been a complete fog for me, a complete blur. So if I show you a vinyl for the second time or even the third time, I'm very sorry about that. I will try to keep track of the ones that I've already showed you and what I haven't showed you and stuff like that, so let's just get started. Okay, so this is very heavy, but yeah. So, let's see. I showed you guys all of my 45s in part 1 of this video, and I only showed you guys 3 full-size records in that video, and that was a while ago. It was longer than a year ago, and yeah, I feel like that's nothing compared to what I'm about to show you now and what I did show you in part 2, which I don't think I showed you that many records in part 2. I'm not quite sure, but it's still a good video, so check out both of those if you really want to see my full collection, because if I showed you guys all of them in one video, it would be over 30 minutes long. So let me try and stop talking and let me just get on with the video. Okay, so before I show you guys my records, I gotta show you this David Bowie magazine because wow, just wow. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Wow. I really have to go through that because I honestly haven't. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I haven't even like read it really. I've just like looked at some of the pictures inside, so I gotta read it. But just from the cover and the back cover, oh my god. Anyway, wow, I have a lot to show you guys. Also, half of these are my dad's and my brother's, or either one. I don't know if most of these are my dad's or if some are my brother's and some are my dad's. I don't know. But anyway, half of these aren't technically mine, but I play them, so they're mine, okay? Like, we're just gonna say that for the video. But, and you can tell, like, which ones are newer and which ones have been used and stuff, and half of these look like they've been used, like the covers, not necessarily the vinyl itself. They're all in great shape, and I keep them that way. I don't ruin my records. So yeah, anyway. The first one we have here obviously has been used. See, this is not a new record. That's what I mean by you can tell that it's used and that like it's old. This is Rolling Stone's More Hot Rocks, Big Hits, and Phased Cookies. That's what it says on the front. I'm not joking. Pretty strange cover, but it's pretty cool because the Rolling Stones are great, one of the greatest bands of all time. And yeah, the inside is falling apart too. It's kind of hard to show that, but oh, this is fine. Okay, so that's the inside. This one is Led Zeppelin. Is this Led Zeppelin 5? I'm not good with like what number it is basically when it comes to Zeppelin, or really anybody sometimes. But this is the one that has Stairway to Heaven on it. So yeah. So yeah, pretty cool album cover. I can't speak. Pretty cool album cover. I don't know, it's just pretty interesting. And oh, it does open up. Wow, okay. pretty interesting. The next one is the Claypool Lennon Delirium, South of Reality. I actually talked about this record in my video that was titled What's on My Chaotic Wall, which it's even more chaotic now, and I will get to that at the end of this video. And this is a very cool album. I mean it is a cool album, but I meant to say vinyl, like the actual thing itself, because it is purple. So I will show you that. But yeah, this is an amazing album. The people that are in this band, it's like a two-man band, like they have other people, but it's mainly focused on these two guys. And it's Sean Ono Lennon, which is John Lennon and Yoko Ono's son, and Les Claypool, and he's an amazing bassist. And Sean is a really good guitarist and singer, so I really highly recommend them. Pretty cool looking dudes. So beautiful. So beautiful. Like, wow. It looks even better in person. Oh, it's also a two LP thing. You know what I mean? Like, there's another one right here. And it's the same color. But, yeah, very, very cool. You can just get it on Amazon. Just like anything else, any other record, you know. Or I think they have a website that you can get it on if you want to just do it from there. So yeah. This one I believe is my dad's. I don't think it's my brother's, but I could be wrong. No, it is my dad's. It's my dad's. This is Jim. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's probably very easy to pronounce. It's just C-R-O-C-E. But I'm just gonna say Croc. I know it's wrong, but sorry. Pretty cool cover art. Just him sitting there. Same thing with the back. Literally just him sitting there. I really haven't given this album a chance. I think I listened to like 1 or 2 songs and I turned it off. Not that I hated it, I just like was kind of bored of it, and it's not something I'm used to because it's very folky and like bluesy, I think, from what I've heard, and from what my dad was telling me. But it's mainly folk music, and I don't really listen to folk. I listen to like classic rock and pop and stuff like that. But they're all connected, so I'm just gonna put them on the floor. I know it's probably a bad idea, but I know where they are, so I'm not gonna run over them with my chair. This is also my dad's Fleetwood Mac Rumors. You know, this is a must-have for any vinyl record collector. It is just a must-have. So even though it's not technically mine, I play it, okay? It's in my room, it's in my vinyl bin. I play it. It's mine, okay? Amazing album cover, just so phenomenal. They're all great. They're all good looking. They're all just yes. Well, except for that picture of him is very weird. Something else. The next one is the B-52s. I think it's a self-titled album. This is another one. But yeah, nothing on the back, just like lyrics, I think. Or no, names of songs. And you probably, maybe, I don't know if you're like interested in rock like I am, but if you're watching this and you're interested in rock, then you probably know who they are. If not, then you need to culture yourself on the B-52s because they're great. I was introduced to them at a very young age because my dad would always play this one song that's like their most popular song, and you may know it. It's called Lobster. It's a very strange song, but in the best way possible. So I highly, highly recommend it, and then from there, just get into their songs. This album's great. Then they have another album, I think it might be called Private Idaho, but I'm not sure, because I know a song on there is called Private Idaho, so that might be the album name. But yeah, it's amazing. I highly recommend all of these that I'm showing you, not just that one. The next one is Frank Sinatra. Don't know why I said it like that. I sound very annoying. But this is also a must-have. Anything Sinatra is a must-have because it's Sinatra. Classic stuff, okay? This is also a record that I really need to play more because I don't even know the last time I played it. So that's how you know that I don't play it often at all. So I'm kind of a hypocrite, but I still have it in my collection, so it counts. The next one, the Jimi Hendrix Experience. Are You Experienced? I couldn't read that for a second because of the font. But I know this album, love the songs, love Jimi Hendrix, he's great, one of the best guitarists of all time. And there's just no arguing with that, so don't even try. And just great cover art, great. Love this picture, love it. I actually have a picture of them up there, but it's hard to see it. But it's a cool picture that I got in another Hendrix vinyl that I will, did I say that weird? Hendrix, that I got in another Hendrix vinyl that I will show you later on, so. Then, I don't know if I showed this, I might have shown it, I might have, anyway, I don't know what I'm saying. This is Tame Impala Currents. This is also a 2 LP set. And is it a color? I don't know. But the sleeves are pretty cool. This one is yellow and the other one's purple. I'll show you that one too. But they aren't colored. Just really cool, honestly. I love the swirl art on it. And the inside is really, really, really cool. You may have seen that picture like on Instagram or on Google or something, but it's not as popular as this picture right here, which I'm sure all of you have seen. Next one is David Bowie, Hunky Dory. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm obsessed with David Bowie. He is one of the greatest musicians of all time, one of the smartest people to ever walk on this earth. Honestly, he is just amazing. Like, you gotta just like listen to a full album. Really just pick any album that you think you'll be interested in and you will be blown away probably, and you will want to listen to his other stuff, whether if it's earlier or later depending on what you're listening to. But I highly, highly recommend this album, especially if you're a new listener. This is just a really cool album to listen to, and it's just nothing like you've heard before. And if it is, then this is the blueprint of what you have already heard. Because this is from, let me see, is there a year on here? I know it's the 70s. It might be 71 or 70, somewhere around that time. I know it's the early 70s, but it's phenomenal. It's great. The next one is Led Zeppelin 3. Amazing album. Just all their albums are amazing, so there's no explanation. Just amazing is all I have to say. And all of these songs are worth checking out. Like, this is an album that I can sit through and be like, yes, all these songs are great. It's an experience, to say the least. The next one is Led Zeppelin 1. Well, it's not Led Zeppelin 1, it's just called Led Zeppelin, but I say 1 because then it's like 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and whatever. This is my favorite Led Zeppelin album. I think it's just amazing. Like, it's like nothing I've ever heard before from any artist of any generation, of any year, of any genre. It is just amazing. Like, if you are new to Led Zeppelin, or if you just want to listen to something different that you may have never heard before, well, that you haven't heard before, actually, not may have, not, you definitely haven't, then you gotta listen to this, okay? You just have to. Now, this one is the one that I got the poster in, that's up there. This is a live performance vinyl. The Jimi Hendrix Experience Winterland. It's very, very cool. I love the cover art. I say that every time because it's just the truth. Every album cover is so unique and different, and it's amazing. But yeah, I found this at Target, and that's where you can go if you don't want to order on Amazon or on a specific website. If you just are out and about and you happen to go into a Target or a Walmart, you can find this there, and probably some of the other ones that I'm showing you. But your best bet is probably order it online. Or go into a record store. That's actually your best bet. First a record store, then online, then like Target or Walmart. But they're gonna have all modern stuff, really. I'm surprised I even found that. But it's mainly modern stuff in stores. But in a record store, you're gonna find everything. You're gonna find mainly old things. This is David Bowie, Aladdin Sane, one of my favorite David Bowie albums. Just phenomenal. Love it so much. He is just one of the best musicians, and I'm not saying that in a dramatic way. It is the truth. So, if you don't believe me, you gotta just check out his songs for yourself. This is David Bowie, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. That is the longest album name I have ever heard, and I'm not even exaggerating. But that's okay, because this is a phenomenal album, and I love that picture. It's so cool. He is just so cool. His makeup was always cool. His, you know, what he wore was always cool and funky, and just amazing. His music was always funky, and he always was just one of those musicians that, like, was always himself and was always just going through his life in his own way and didn't follow any rules or anyone else, you know? He was always like a leader figure. This is David Bowie Legacy. As you can tell, I love David Bowie, and I already said that to you guys in this video. This is also a 2 LP thing. It has pretty cool art on the inside, and yeah, very, very awesome. This is just like greatest hits, but it's from like earlier stuff and later stuff as well, and it's just great. I'm gonna tell you what songs are on this, actually. So we got Let's Dance, Ashes to Ashes, Queen and David Bowie's Under Pressure, Life on Mars, Changes, Rebel Rebel, Young Americans, Golden Years, Modern Love, China Girl, The Man Who Sold the World, Space Oddity, Starman, Ziggy Stardust, The Genie, Fame, Sound and Vision, Heroes, Where Are We Now, and Lazarus. Where Are We Now and Lazarus are very, like, late songs. Like, I don't know if, I mean, you may have heard of them. I'm not saying, oh, you definitely haven't heard of them. Like, so underground. But I'm saying, like, it's stuff, I think, from, like, recent years, or, like, recent, you know what I mean? It's not from the 70s, 80s, 90s. Like, it's recent stuff. But yeah. It's also, like, it's just a whole experience that you really need to listen to, and it's not something that, like, you can just sit there and have as, like, background music. Like, you actually gotta pay attention to what it is, and stuff like that really just makes you think, and it's really, really awesome sometimes, especially with Bowie. It's always awesome, but, you know, very cool. And I have 2 more to show you guys. This is Pink Floyd, The Dark Side of the Moon. This is a classic. Pretty much everybody that collects records has this in their collection. You could find this probably at any record store, but at the same time, maybe in certain stores it's hard to find, in certain record stores, because everybody has it. But trust me, you will see this somewhere, whether if it's a record or on a t-shirt. And last but not least, Nirvana Unplugged. Oh my god, I love this one so much. So good. If you like listening to live performances, and you love Nirvana, or you love rock, or you love grunge, or 90s, just the 90s, this is a staple of the 90s, okay? You do not understand how important this is for Nirvana and for the 90s. It is so important. It's like the power of the 90s. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. But it's obviously all acoustic, because that's what unplugged means, and it's so good. So good. I got this at Target too, I believe. Alright guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Be sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will definitely get more records. I don't know when, but I know that I will. I just gotta see which ones I want to get. I know I want to get What's the Story, Morning Glory by Oasis, because I like that album. I don't care what you say about Oasis. I love them, and I love that album. It is just kind of another staple piece in a collector's collection, I guess you can say. It's really, really good. You just gotta give it a listen, you know? You gotta actually, like, experience it with headphones or something. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.